for Nepean.
Thank you, Acting Speaker. I'm going to give a short contribution on the government's bail changes that they've brought to the Parliament today, and the Minister for Police, who had some tricks in his bottom drawer a couple of weeks ago, seems like his bottom drawer got stuck halfway, because we heard the Premier say last week when she was almost forced, as the member for the Leader of the Nationals said, was dragged kicking and screaming to bring this legislation in, that these would be the toughest bail laws in Australia. Well, they're not even as tough as they were 12 months ago when the Allan Labor government actually weakened these laws. And if I can say one thing, if you expect the people who caused the issue to be the ones to fix it, I'd have very, very low expectations of the fix that's coming from this government. We know that these bail laws don't go anywhere near far enough to tightening the legislation, the laws that the courts have to enact to give the police the powers that they need to actually keep people safe in their homes. And if it hadn't been for community pressure or 100,000 signatures on a Fox FM petition through that radio station, would we even be here today debating this legislation? Is the Premier only doing this because she's all of a sudden under pressure in her job and the polls starting to fall the wrong way to actually do things with this legislation? We know that the Shadow Attorney General, the member for Malvern, on multiple occasions has tried to introduce legislation into this place to tighten Victoria's bail laws after the weakening of them by this government. And not only did the Labor government here in Victoria not even look at what the Attorney General was proposing, they wouldn't allow him to introduce that bill to even have a look or to debate it. On 3 times they stifled that bill being introduced into this place. They could have, in the last year, made some of these changes and more that would have actually meant that the 1,500 offences we see every day here in Victoria at the moment, some of those would have been reduced, that we wouldn't have seen some of the home invasions and the terrible footage that we've seen on CCTV cameras from people's homes. We wouldn't have mothers and kids fearful in their homes that someone's going to break in with, as the Leader of the Nationals and the member for Malvern has said, with machetes, with baseball bats, with other weapons, coming in at night, stealing people's cars. I mean, these laws will come in not anywhere near enough time to be able to keep Victorians safe today. So for every day that these laws take to actually come into effect, another 1,500 offences will be committed today, tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, right through till some of this legislation comes in. Now, as we said, this bill doesn't go far enough. It doesn't impose a presumption against bail for repeat offenders with a history of multiple bail breaches. And as I said, it reintroduces an offence for committing an indictable offence while on bail, but does not mandate automatic remand for repeat offenders. So, we're getting back to some of the issues, some of the positions that were in 12 months ago, but it doesn't go anywhere near far enough. And I agree with the member for Malvern when he says, bail is a privilege and not a right. Because you commit a crime does not mean that within hours of going to court and seeing a magistrate, you should be back on the street. There needs to be proper tests. There needs to be proper tests and people being held for some of these serious crimes. And what we've seen in this state over the last 12 months has been, it's been sad. It's been sad to see people's homes being broken into and people, heard the Minister for Police just there say that people shouldn't feel safe, they should be safe. Well, I agree with the Minister on that, but why has it taken 12 months for that to happen? This government has been in power for 10 years. You cannot trust the people that made the mess to be the ones to fix it. So I know there is a lot of people on this side and the other side that want to speak. Many people in the government want to finally speak about crime when they've been silent on it for the last 12 months. It's convenient now. They want to be tough on crime and see it as an issue. For a long time, members on the opposition side here have spoken about crimes right across the state, and members on that side have said that, it's not happening, we're making it up, we're embellishing the truth, whatever they want to say. Well, now all of a sudden we'll see how many members on that side actually get up to say that this government is strengthening something to which there is a problem. They're going to finally admit they've done something wrong. But what this state really needs, it doesn't need a change of laws that don't go far enough. It needs a change of government. It needs a government that will always be strong on crime and always put Victorians' safety first.